And we're back. Welcome to my FPL team for Game Week 3, where you find me once again on the transfer screen trying to make my decision about what change to make, if at all. Well, I can tell you straight away that I am going to make a change, but my debate is about which one to take out, because for me, it is between 3 players to come out for 1 player to come in, and that 1 player is going to be Morgan Rogers. I think he played so well in those opening 2 matches and was unlucky not to contribute. And I think with the fixtures that these guys have got coming up, Leicester away, Everton at home, Wolves at home, Ipswich away, even United away, Fulham at home, and then obviously on to Bournemouth at home, it looks like Rodgers is going to be playing regular football. Clearly, people are starting to agree because he's now up to 12.6% picked by, which has caused his price to go up for 5.1. The reason why this is an issue is because the 3 midfielders I'm looking at to potentially take out have all dropped in price this week. So whatever I do here, I'm essentially throwing away 0.2 million of my budget because I'm taking out someone who's lost 0.1 and I'm putting someone in who's gained 0.1. So the question is, do I take out Eze? Do I completely hold the L from last week and take out Foden? Or do I take out Bruno? Because the problem I've got is the transfer I made last week, taking out Saka for Foden. Foden obviously didn't play. His price has now dropped. I can't take Foden back out to put Saka back in for the fixture at home to Brighton. So it's got to be Rodgers to come in, but it is a massive question about which one do we go for. So in terms of Eze, it's Chelsea away, Leicester at home, Man United at home, Everton away. And genuinely, I look at all 4 of those fixtures and think he's probably going to do something in all of them. Chelsea's defence is an absolute mess. Palace should beat Leicester anyway. Palace's record at home to Manchester United and Eze's record against Manchester United is fantastic. And Everton have had an absolutely horrendous start to the season. So I'm going to keep Eze in. Bruno Fernandes, again, poor start to the season, but he's still got 5 points. I don't know why people are massively panicking on getting rid of Bruno just yet. He's got a good record against Liverpool. Southampton away, Manchester United should do well in. Palace away, Spurs at home, Villa away is not the best run of fixtures. But this is Bruno Fernandes. Like, he is absolutely consistent. 244, 151, 176, 166. He always contributes week in, week out. And I feel like that's daft to take him out, which just leaves Phil Foden, who obviously didn't play last week, is unclear if he's going to be available for this week, because apparently he's had quite a bad illness, so he could still be missing for this week's fixtures. And you look at how well Savinho's played on that right-hand side, and I don't think even if Foden was fully available, he's guaranteed to get back into that starting lineup. So I'm going to hold the L massively. And I'm going to take Foden back out for Rodgers and go for that as my midfield. It leaves me a budget of 4.8 million, which means if it doesn't work out this week, and I do want to say bring in a Mohamed Salah next week when I then could potentially take Bruno out, or I want to upgrade Adam Armstrong to get myself a 3rd really good forward, I've got the money to do that. So that's the transfer I'm going to make. Let me know if that's a good decision down in the comment section below. Obviously, like I said, I've got to hold the L for taking Saka out last week, because if I'd have just left Saka in, I definitely would have left Saka in this week as well. But that's the way it goes. That's FPL. So I'm going to submit the transfer. I'm going to lock it in, which means that this is going to be our lineup for this week. I'm going to go for Raya in goal. I'm going to go for a back 3 of Concert, Robinson and Trent, because again, I just don't fancy Manchester United too much, and Trent's always liable to contribute. Captain, obviously, is going to be Cole Palmer at home to Crystal Palace, even if Palace do end up scoring goals, which is why I've left Eze in the team. I still expect Palmer to do stuff at the other end. Smith Rowe looking to capitalise on his good performance against Leicester, I think it was, with another good performance here against Ipswich. Bruno, again, like we've just spoke about, could always contribute against Liverpool, and he obviously will take penalties if we get one. Rodgers against Leicester, I've already spoken about. Eze against Chelsea, I've already spoken about. Watkins stays in the team because I think this run of fixtures for Aston Villa is so good. That's why I've now tripled down on Aston Villa. And then Isak to continue his fantastic scoring form against Tottenham, which is why I've put Pedro Porro as my 3rd sub for this week. And obviously Lewis Hall. I don't particularly want either of these to come in. If anyone is going to come in, I'd want it to be Adam Armstrong, who has now got this game against Brentford. But like I said, the likelihood is my transfer over the international break is likely to be Armstrong out for a better forward. As for Dave's team now, that is looking a little bit ropey because, well, this was the gamble that we were always going to do with this team. I said I'm not going to make a single transfer in this team until we've got the 5 locked in, and then we will reassess and redevelop from there. I've gone for Sells in goals for him over Sanchez. Again, I think Forest have got more chance of a clean sheet than Chelsea do in this fixture. However, I do have to play Cucurella because I think Liverpool are going to score against Manchester United and possibly more than what Palace do against Chelsea. Castagna, I've just got to hope he plays. If he doesn't play, then Martinez is coming in anyway. Mikalenko, this could be Everton's first proper chance at a clean sheet. But again, I do fancy Bournemouth to get the victory in that one. And then obviously from there, Gordon, Gibbs-White. I've gone for Salah as captain against Manchester United. His record against them speaks for himself. And Nkunku, will he play? Who knows? Rice against Brighton, Muniz against Ipswich, and Erling Haaland against West Ham, with Solanke as the first sub available, should Nkunku not play. And that is it for Dave's team. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my FPL challenge video. That is coming out for you at midday. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you for the review on Tuesday morning.